Week 5. Usability Evaluation, Part 1. Additional Notes. Summative. Formative often means no more than that the assessment is carried out frequently and is planned at the same time as teaching. Black and William, 1999, provides feedback which leads to students recognizing their learning gap and closing it. It is forward-looking. Harlan, 1998, includes both feedback and self-monitoring. Sadler, 1989, is used essentially to feed back into the teaching and learning process. Tunstall and Gibbs, 1996, summative assessment that has increasingly been used to sum up learning. Black and William, 1999, looks at past achievements, adds procedures or tests to existing work, involves only marking and feedback grades to student, is separated from teaching, is carried out at intervals when achievement has to be summarized and reported. Harlan, 1998. The garden analogy. If we think of our children as plants, summative evaluation of the plants is the process of simply measuring them. It might be interesting to compare and analyze measurements, but, in themselves, these do not affect the growth of the plants. Formative evaluation, on the other hand, is the equivalent of feeding and watering the plants appropriate to their needs, directly affecting their growth. Self-evaluation. Where would you place your assessment practice on the following continuum? The main focus is on quantity of work or presentation, quality of learning, marking, grading, advice for improvement, comparing students, identifying individual progress. Steps in formative evaluation. Design the experiment. Conduct the experiment. Collect the data. Analyze the data. Draw your conclusions and establish hypotheses. Redesign and do it again. Experiment design. Subject selection. Who are your participants? What are the characteristics of your participants? What skills must the participants possess? How many participants do I need? 5, 8, 10, or more? Do you need to pay them? Experiment design. Task development. What tasks do you want the subjects to perform using your interface? What do you want to observe for each task? What do you think will happen? Benchmarks. What determines success or failure? Experiment design. Protocol and procedures. What can you say to the user without contaminating the experiment? What are all the necessary steps needed to eliminate bias? You want every subject to undergo the same experiment. Do you need consent forms, IRB? Experiment trials. Calculate method effectiveness. Sears, A. 1997. Heuristic walkthroughs, Finding the Problems Without the Noise, International Journal of Human-Computer Interaction, 9-3, 213-23. Follow protocol and procedures. Pilot study. Expect the unexpected. Experiment trials. Pilot study. An initial run of a study, example. An experiment, survey, or interview, for the purpose of verifying that the test itself is well formulated. For instance, a colleague or friend can be asked to participate in a user test to check whether the test script is clear, the tasks are not too simple or too hard, and that the data collected can be meaningfully analyzed. Data analysis. Use more than one method. All data lead to the same point. Your different types of data should support each other. Remember, quantitative data tells you something is wrong. Qualitative data tells you what is wrong. Experts tell you how to fix it. Data collection. Collect more than enough data. More is better. Back up your data. Secure your data. Activity 1. Design a user-based evaluation of a prototype for a new website selling clothing to teenagers. Detail your preparation for the study. How it would be carried out. And how you would analyze the data. Total marks, 50%. Allocation time, 30 minutes. Self-assessment. Activity 2. Compare the use of experimental studies to user-based observation. Discuss the differences between the approaches and the different kinds of information that can be acquired from them. Also, consider the different situations in which they are appropriate. Total mark, 50%. Allocation time, 30 minutes. Further readings. 1. Human-Computer Interaction, 2006. By Seringal Smith Atterton, Thomson. 2. Interaction Design, Beyond Human-Computer Interaction 4th edition. By Jenny Pressey, Helen Sharp and Yvonne Rogers. 3. Designing the User Interface, Strategies for Effective Human-Computer Interaction, 5th edition. By Ben Schneiderman, Christine Pleasant and Stephen Jacobs. Further readings. 4. Human-Computer Interaction, 3rd edition. Alan Dix, Janet E. Finley, Gregory D. Aboud, Russell Beal. 5. Usability Engineering, Jacob Nielsen. Many of Nielsen's other usability books, Designing Web Usability, Eye-Tracking Web Usability, etc., are available for free from Safari Books for free from On Campus. You can also find great information, excerpts and reports at useeit.com. 6. The Design of Everyday Things, Donald A. Norman, a classic book on design, not limited to computers or technology.